Welcome to this video on the Position Save module. My name is Arjun Prakash and I'm a software developer at Scientifica. The Position Save module is an add-on module to the open source SciScan software and lets you save positions of interest in the sample you are imaging. This lets you come back to the same positions of interest at a later point of time. To demonstrate the Position Save module, we have set up a Galvo system and will be imaging a pollen grain slide. This should work in the same way for a resonance system as well. In this video, it's assumed that the user is already familiar with using the SciScan software for multiphoton imaging. If not, you might want to watch the video which explains SciScan first. Let's go ahead and launch the Position Save module. This can be done from plugins and selecting Position Save module, which brings up the GUI. I shall go ahead and resize the current image. It's the same as the SciScan UI. Left click zooms in and shift and left click zooms out. Next, let's create our first position file where all the positions of interest are stored. For that, I'll click on new list, which brings up a browse window where you can specify the location for your file. The default location is the folder with today's date inside your root path, which is specified in SciScan. Now that we have an empty file, you can see that the set origin button starts blinking. You're required to specify an origin before you can add other positions of interest. So I'll go ahead and focus to bring an up-to-date image and then click on set origin. So this makes the first entry in your position file and also adds a default note. In an actual experiment scenario, you will want to choose your origin carefully. It should be a recognizable structure that can be easily found at the beginning of an experiment, such as maybe a unique blood vessel pattern near the surface of the brain. Next, we will move our stage to find the positions of interest. We could use either the stage controls provided in the software GUI, or you could use the hardware control of your choice. The XY graph here gives you a graphical representation of where your saved positions are. So for example, that would be your stage position, and then you have your origin in 0, 0. So you can refer to the index to know what each cursor mean. So I'll focus to bring an up-to-date image and continue moving to find some positions of interest. And let's choose a point here and set POI. That brings a new position of interest in our list. I'll be speeding up the video while I go back and add some more positions. It's just going to be a repetition of what you have seen so far. We'll now add our final position of interest. So you probably noticed that the saved image and the current image is actually looking different. It's just because it's zoomed differently. So could just change the zoom and you can see that it's the same. Now that we have our complete list of positions, let's go and check one of the positions that we've recorded. So if I just click on that position that I want, you can see the saved image corresponding to that position, and you can check in the graph which position that is. So I'll click go to, and that should take your stage to the position that has been selected. So you can see that in the graph that your current position has been modified from before, and you can check that your current image and the saved image is the same. Overlay here is a useful feature to ensure that you are correctly lined up. The current image corresponds to the red channel and the saved image corresponds to the blue channel. So if you've got a perfect overlay, you shouldn't see any red or blue. To verify this, I'll zoom into the overlaid image to see what level of alignment we have, and we can see that we are not perfectly aligned. So we can get this alignment right by moving the stage well, that's gone the wrong way. And if I adjusted the stage properly, it should get properly aligned. Like, yeah, that should be properly aligned now. Slightly off. That should be aligned. Yeah. I'll zoom out to get the complete field of view, and we can see that it's perfectly overlaid. Similar to what we have in the SciScan, we could either choose auto scale or manually adjust the histograms for both the channels. To delete a position, you select the position you want to delete and click on delete, and that should bring up a confirmation so that you don't accidentally delete a position. And if you say proceed, the position is deleted. Note that you cannot delete the origin, so you get a delete failed message and you can only set a new origin. Updating your origin can be quite useful when you come back to your experiment on a different day and want to shift all your positions with respect to a new origin. Remember that the relative positions remain constant, and when you change the origin, all the absolute XYZ change with respect to your updated origin. So if you would like to annotate a position, what you do is click on the nodes corresponding to the position and you can type in your annotation. So I'll just type in note 1, and if you click outside, that note should get saved. To navigate to the positions that you want to go to, you could either click on the buttons for up, down, or click on the position you want to go, or you could use your keyboard, the up key, the down key, or you could go directly to home, to end, and so on. Now to demonstrate the load feature, I'll first exit SciScan and we'll start SciScan up again, and let's launch the position save module as before. So we've got the position save module up. To load in a previously saved file, I can go and click on load list, which again brings the file explorer, and I'll choose the file that we saved previously, and if I click load, it gives you two options here. If you choose continue in the same directory, it leaves your position file unchanged and you can start working with the file from where it was saved previously. And if you choose make a copy, it makes a copy of the file that you've just selected, and you can specify the name where it's going to be saved. So we'll go for make a copy, and I'll choose the same name with the 2 extended, and you've got the file that you worked on previously in a new location. So we shall verify if we can go back to the old position. So I'll bring up a live image, pressing focus, resize the zoom so that both are the same, and I can press go to and use the overlay functionalities. Try a few other positions as well. So if you would like to make a copy of your current position file, what you could do is click on copy next to the file path indicator and specify the path where you want to copy. So I'll just add an extension, and so that's your new copy file. We would strongly recommend that you use the copy feature from the user interface rather than Windows Explorer. This concludes the video on the position save module. I hope you found it useful. In case you have any queries, feel free to get in touch with your sales representative from Scientifica. Thank you for watching.